consume and share news today, it is largely rooted in social media outlets, a reason why it's crucial to look at what's being discussed online. From the hottest issues to trends for our daily social media minute, we're joined by Erica in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Wednesday.
Yes. Oh, it's cold and it's dark and it's my least favorite season of the year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweltering heat versus...
Sweltering heat.
Really?
Yeah. I've always been a summer. I've always loved summer.
No. There's summer and then there's Korean summers.
Yeah.
But
even
anyway.
Korean summer is better than winter.
All right. So we'll take it easier to Erica during her least favorite season. All right. Let's just jump into some of these buzzwords this morning. Now, of course, there were people calling out whether or not food for our military personnel was just insufficient. I mean, there were these images, infamous at this point, and it seems like, well, they've taken notice.
Yeah, you know, there's something called a military cooking competition. I had no idea. It's already in its fourth year, and this year they're taking it. It's become bigger. It's become the International Military Cooking Competition.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah. So this competition was held yesterday at the Korea Agro Fisheries and Food Trade Corporation building in Gangnam-gu, Seoul.
Okay.
And like I said, currently in its fourth year, the military food cooking competition showcases culinary skills within the armed forces. And for the first time this year, it was held as an international competition. So 8 Korean teams participated, 2 teams from the U.S. Forces Korea, as well as 1 Singaporean team participated.
And at least based on pictures, it looks like great fun.
Yeah,
which
for
means
sure.
maybe there's potential to expand next year too. All right, so every competition has a mission. What kind of challenges were the participants required to take on?
Yeah, so basically this year there were 2 parts to the contest.
Okay.
Now, the first challenge was to create the ultimate military burger, in Korean, 군대리야. Yeah. The goal was to be creative with the given ingredients and the standard hamburger buns, which are typically supplied to all the military bases across the country. I think every Korean man who has served in the military has something to say about the
burger buns?
the burger or the burgers they ate at the military. Now, Italian chef Fabrizio Ferrari participated as a judge at this year's competition, and he emphasized one thing. He said that because this was a military burger, the recipe cannot be too complicated and had to meet the cost requirements.
Okay,
so it's not a premium burger.
No, as you can imagine, there are restrictions, and it would be unrealistic for you to create, I don't know,
Right.
burgers out of steaks for the competition and then go to make it at your base and realize, oh, we don't have the budget for
We
that.
can't use Hanu's patties.
I don't think so.
For this particular competition.
That sounds decadent for just about
I
anyone.
know.
All right, so the military allocates an annual budget for food at the start of the year. Simply put, the recipe has to be able to churn out massive amounts of food, well, massive amounts of burgers in this case, efficiently and within the budget.
That's right. And that is why some of the ingredients the participants chose to use were not always the most popular ingredients among soldiers. For instance, one team used samchi, Japanese Spanish mackerel, as the protein component. So it's basically a fish burger.
I mean, if you love fish, if you're on a strict diet,
Love fish.
that sounds decent.
Yeah.
But I think you're expecting something when you say hamburger.
Right? I don't think soldiers would expect samchi in their burgers. Anyways.
It doesn't feel like a treat anymore, does it?
Another team added shredded carrot salad to their chicken burger. I love, the râpé. The French,
the carrot râpé.
Yes, so good.
So, do you think they made râpé? Do you think they had time?
Well, it's shredded carrot salad, which is essentially
You're halfway
râpé.
there.
Now, the second part of the competition involved participants creating a special feast to boost the morale of soldiers after a day of intense training. The grand prize of the Minister of Defense or the Ministry of Defense Award went to Team 보라매 of the Air Force Air Defense Controllers.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
There's another reason why this event drew a lot more attention on social media originally because, Erica, like you said, I'm finding out for the first time.
Yeah, because originally there were proposals for J-Hope of BTS to host the event.
Oh, this was the event.
Yeah, but that was canceled at the last minute. Now, J-Hope and a TV announcer were named to co-host the event. However, the South Korean defense minister, Shin Won-sik, brought the plan to a halt because, he cited the principle of equality when it comes to military duties. He stated that despite J-Hope's fame, his military obligations should be the same as any other soldier.
I can imagine why that was not a popular choice, but at least he held his ground.
Exactly. Now, J-Hope is currently a corporal elite soldier in the South Korean military. On November 1st, exactly a week ago, he was formally inaugurated as a corporal.
Okay, so there you have it. Too much disappointment, but at least he's not given special treatment. Right. On to our second buzzword of the day. It's going to take me a while to readjust. I don't know what it is about me seeing Korean actors as superheroes.
Yeah.
Maybe there just wasn't enough of it. Park Seo-joon is to enter the Marvel Universe come this week.
That's right. And the director of the film for the Marvels, she's also co-writer as well, Nia DaCosta, said she cast Park Seo-joon after she watched the 2020 hit drama series Itaewon Class during the COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, so in the movie, Park Seo-joon plays the role of Prince Yan of Aladna, and this is his debut role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as well as Hollywood.
I mean, it's kind of not what you'd expect from Korean actors.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen that frequently.
Did you see the poster?
I did.
What do you think of his style?
I thought it was photoshopped. I thought, well, some parts of it is, but...
Oh, right. We're streaming an image right now. He has long hair.
It's going to take me a minute.
I know.
All right. So there you have it. Park Seo-joon, the superhero.
Yep.
Now, I'm intrigued about the director's story. Was she originally a fan of Korean dramas or was it... Okay.
She told reporters during an online press conference that was held yesterday that she was really into Korean dramas, films, and even K-pop when she was younger, when she was a teenager, 17, 18 years old. She said she just fell in love with Korean pop culture. And whenever she is asked who her favorite Korean star is, she always answers Yoo Jae-suk.
You know, I always thought Yoo Jae-suk was Korea's favorite, as in the Koreans adored him.
Yeah, I guess foreigners love him too.
Look at that.
Yep, I know. But she only came to know of Park Seo-joon during the pandemic. She hadn't watched K-dramas in a while, but she came across Itaewon Class. And after watching the drama, she got the job to direct the Marvels. And she thought that Prince Yan's character would really fit him. So, they reached out to him to see if it would work, if he would say yes. And he did.
He did. And the rest is history. So now I'm curious, what is it about Prince Yan's character that makes him so Park Seo-joon?
You know what? Very little has been disclosed about Prince Yan and his character.
Played, huh?
Yeah, but DaCosta says he is one of the very significant characters, and in Prince Yan's world, I thought this was funny. Everyone has to rhyme when they speak. What is that?
Do you guys remember playing this game when you were young? It's like my worst nightmare because it's so cringy.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see if Park Seo-joon works his magic.
Yeah, so this piece of information hints at how he could be the protagonist of a musical sequence, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just have to wait and see, but in my head, it's a disaster. But maybe it's a beautiful disaster. Yep. Okay. And many fans are curious how Park Seo-joon was on set.
Yeah, so apparently everyone loved his energy. He was really funny as well, and everyone fell in love with him on set. This is according to the director. His screen time is actually short, but, he has a very impactful character throughout the storyline. Now, the film hits local theaters, I guess America time on November 8th, which is today.
Yeah. And we don't have to wait too long to see it right here for us as well. I remember my interview with Park Seo-joon, and this was long before Itaewon Class.
Right.
And he flat out asked me, why am I popular overseas? And I kind of drew a blank for a second.
He asked you that question?
Yes, because we did the intro in English, and it was Arirang. And so, I mean, I can't vouch for all the fans, but I had to say something.
What did you say?
I said... lean stature is universal.
That's hilarious.
That's attractive everywhere. Because I knew he was asking about whether, Korean actors' faces, it translate the same sort of beauty overseas. And it depended on where you were tuning in from. So that was my safe out. Congratulations.
Nice one, Lena. Yay! Yay!
Before we say goodbye, Erica, our final story today. Jungkook made his appearance on The Tonight Show. He ate pizza. Yum. He teach Fallon some dance moves.
Yeah, so he was on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show on Monday, U.S. time, just hours ago, I guess, to promote his first solo album, Golden. And, he talks about a lot of things on the show, but one of the things he said was he had not expected such huge global success for his first song, Seven, as well as his debut album, Golden. Just to mention the success of his album, on Tuesday, yesterday, his song Seven received platinum certification from the Recording Industry Association of America for achieving more than 1 million certified units in sales and streams. He said going into, launching this album, he said he was confident.
Okay.
Yeah, he was confident, but this was sort of beyond his imagination. And he, of course, thanked ARMY and members of BTS for their unwavering support all these years.
So this is why they had celebratory pizza.
Yeah.
Sometimes American talk shows make no sense at all, but it's funny.
Are we streaming images now? Anyways, they did eat pizza together. It's so funny. Jungkook and Jimmy Fallon sharing a pizza.
Right.
Yeah, and, Jungkook talked about his love for cooking. And, the title of his album got a lot of attention as well. Why Golden? He said, one of the things he shared on the show was when his mom was pregnant, she saw gold in her dream. She basically had a golden dream.
Literally.
Yeah, and he says looking back on his journey, this is such a golden moment for him, And his performance, I saw it on YouTube on my way to work this morning. And did you see?
Yeah.
He was like all glittery.
Yeah, and it works.
He can really dance, right?
He can really dance. Yeah. Most BTS members can dance, but Jungkook really can dance.
That's right. Now, he's set to hold a live performance titled Jungkook's Golden Live on Stage in Seoul on November 20th. And it's going to be live streamed. And he says, I hope people look forward to it. I'm sure many people are.
I'm sure many. Yeah. You'll break the internet.
Right.
Thank you very much,
Pleasure.
Erica. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
If you're listening to our program using the podcast service, just a reminder that we do go live Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Korea Standard Time. So tune in and help us make the show more informative by giving us your input. See you bright and early on Good Morning Seoul.